After months of grueling hospital visits, treatments, and strict bedrest, 14-year-old Lily Mitchell was finally allowed to return home. Her father, Chief Aaron Mitchell, the local police chief, had spent months preparing their quiet suburban home for her recovery. Every corner of the house was carefully adapted for her fragile heart condition: ramps, heart monitors, and even a specialized recliner porch chair for fresh air. He envisioned peaceful days filled with sunlight, soft breezes, and the comfort of neighborhood normalcy. But the quiet suburban dream began to unravel almost immediately. Their next-door neighbor, Karen, a notorious HOA board member, wasted no time making her presence felt. Karen had a reputation for aggressively enforcing obscure rules and lecturing neighbors about every minor infraction, from trash can placement to mailbox size. At first, Aaron brushed off her initial complaints, thinking, "She's just a control freak, nothing more." Lily, however, felt a gnawing sense of dread. Even seemingly small things set Karen off. She reported the medical equipment delivery truck that had been parked in front of the house for only 2 minutes. She demanded the temporary wheelchair ramp be removed immediately, citing aesthetic violations. And she even criticized Aaron's choice of a specialized porch chair, claiming it lowered neighborhood property values. Aaron tried to reason with her politely, but Karen's eyes glimmered with something more sinister than mere rule enforcement. Lily learned to avoid her gaze, fearing what might come next. Aaron worked long shifts at the police station, leaving Lily alone during some afternoons. He reassured her with calls and texts, but Lily's unease grew. There was an almost palpable tension whenever Karen was outside, trimming hedges aggressively or glaring across the lawn. One day, Lily confided quietly, "Dad, I don't think she likes me being sick." Aaron promised to monitor the situation, unaware that Karen's obsession with control was about to escalate into something terrifying. The stage was set: a vulnerable, heart-sensitive teen, a well-meaning father, and an HOA neighbor whose obsession with rules would cross every line. No one could have predicted that Karen's petty obsession would soon turn into a dangerous act that would shock the entire community. One sunny afternoon, Lily ventured to the front porch, hoping to enjoy a gentle breeze and a few minutes outside. Her father was still at the station, and she felt cautiously confident that a brief moment in the fresh air would lift her spirits. But Karen's shadow loomed large. Karen appeared suddenly, stomping across the lawn with a wild, furious glare. She claimed Lily's medical chair violated HOA appearance standards. Lily, weak and fragile from her long recovery, tried to retreat inside, but Karen blocked her path. She was yelling, accusing Lily of flaunting special treatment and ignoring the rules everyone else obeys. Then, in a shocking and cruel escalation, Karen grabbed a dog chain from her garage. She looped it around the porch railing and locked it around Lily's chair. Lily's panic surged, her heart rate skyrocketed, and she tried to press the medical alert button on her watch. Karen ignored her desperate pleas, asserting that Lily was exaggerating her condition. Neighbors watched helplessly, afraid of Karen and the power of her HOA influence. Lily's breathing became erratic, and fear caused her to feel dizzy and weak. She repeatedly pressed the emergency button, triggering a silent alert straight to dispatch. Meanwhile, Karen lectured Lily about community standards and learning respect, oblivious to the danger she had created. The girl was trapped, heart racing, struggling to breathe, and completely at Karen's mercy. No one dared intervene, fearing HOA repercussions or angry confrontations. Dispatch immediately flagged the alert, and Chief Aaron Mitchell's heart sank as he read the notification: medical emergency at home, heart patient in distress. Within minutes, he was racing toward his house, lights and sirens blazing, dread gripping him. When Aaron arrived, the scene was chaotic. Neighbors had gathered, some confused, some afraid. Lily's face was pale, her small frame trembling, and the chair was securely chained to the railing. Karen stood there, arms crossed, smugly lecturing as if she had done nothing wrong. Aaron, uniform still on, approached calmly but firmly. "Unchain my daughter. Now." Karen scoffed, citing HOA rules and threatening to call a board meeting to enforce compliance. Aaron's patience snapped. Using his authority as the police chief, he handcuffed Karen on the spot for unlawful restraint, child endangerment, and harassment. Neighbors watched in stunned silence, realizing the terrifying reality of what had just occurred. Lily was immediately freed and checked by paramedics. Her heart rate had dangerously spiked from fear and exertion. Aaron hugged his daughter tightly, whispering reassurances while Karen continued to protest her rights as an HOA enforcer. The HOA initially attempted to protect Karen, claiming she wasn't acting in an official capacity. But Aaron had already downloaded multiple doorbell and surveillance camera recordings from neighbors showing Karen harassing not only his family but others as well. Evidence of threats, intimidation, and trespassing surfaced. The neighborhood finally spoke out. Witnesses recounted previous encounters with Karen, fine notices for minor landscaping issues, harassing phone calls, and intimidation of elderly neighbors. The community's fear of her finally gave way to outrage as the truth emerged. Lily's recovery continued, but emotionally she struggled. She no longer felt safe on her own porch. Aaron reassured her constantly, reinforcing the idea that she was surrounded by protection, both from him and the law. The local police confirmed that the chain incident had placed Lily's health in serious jeopardy, reinforcing the criminality of Karen's actions. Karen was convicted of unlawful restraint and child endangerment, ordered to pay fines and restitution. The HOA board faced scrutiny, with several members resigning after evidence of harassment and misconduct surfaced. Aaron worked with the city council to implement ordinances protecting residents from HOA interference with medical accommodations. Neighbors rallied around Lily, repainting her porch, planting flowers, and creating a safe space for her to enjoy the outdoors once again. Lily regained her strength, smiling freely for the first time in months, feeling the love and security of her father and community. Karen's reign of intimidation ended, replaced by a neighborhood more aware, more united, and more compassionate. What started as a terrifying ordeal became a story of resilience, justice, and a family and a community that refused to tolerate cruelty. Lily's recovery, both physical and emotional, became a symbol of hope for everyone watching.